Well, hey, so I know I've been slacking a bit on my videos, so let me give you like a rundown of what happened to the sun drum or the sun shell. It's not a drum. So this is what I got. This is what I ended up with, okay? And I was thinking about putting holes in between the bigger holes, and I decided not to. Okay, it kind of looks like Swiss cheese, right? Yeah. It's definitely lighter. I mean, you can really feel a difference. Okay, so those are 1 3/8 holes. These ones are the middle. I'm trying to work with one hand here, so the bigger of the two on the side is 5/8, and the smaller ones are 1/2 inch. I don't know how much weight I've taken off. I doubt it's a pound, but kind of feels close to it. What I'm going to do to finalize this right here, I'm going to take a stainless wire brush and wire brush all the rough edges and sharp edges off of it. I do that to all my parts in the transmission anyways, all the splines, all where the clutches go against the drum. It just makes for a smoother surface and things can move and glide easy without getting hung up. So, all right. So if you guys can see that, sorry, trying to do this with one hand here. This right here, okay, I put a bolt-in sprag, and not only is it bolted in, but it's also JB welded to the case. All right, so let me try this. I flipped the camera around so you can get a better angle. All right, do you see where that hole is right there? That hole? That's to supply oil to this rear sprag. All right. I drilled that hole. That's like an old school trick, okay? I drilled that hole from the feed. You got to follow the feed going in to the support here. Okay, I forget the measurement, but that's drilled. And I also opened up this feed, okay? Now, dealing with hydraulics and making hydraulic systems, you kind of pick up on fluid in it, and you go to schooling for it too. If you're supplying oil to more places, okay, you need to open up the feed. The more orifices you have, the more oil needs to be supplied to the actual channel that's supplying all those open orifices. If you don't, it will starve something else. So that is why I opened up. So that's why I opened up this channel right here. This AN10 right here, this is opened up as well. And all the rough surfaces have been chamfered. I will have a filter that filters the oil before it goes into the support for the transmission. A lot of wear happens there because when the pump picks up the oil, it is filtered. Everything after that filter is going to break down and have chunks and debris. So that's why I'm adding a second oil filter. and that second oil filter is going to go from the outlet of the cooler to the return in the transmission, which is that support. I think it's very important to have two filters, especially if you're racing, heavy duty towing, things of that nature. If that support gets worn out, it'll make things loose in there, and it'll just be a compound effect. And what wears that support out is dirty oil. And that's after the filter, where it travels through the system, where it hits the pump and travels through the cooler. All that unfiltered debris goes right to that support, and it gouges it and it tears it up. So, and if it tears it up, the feed gets bigger and it supplies more oil to it, and the rest of the transmission starves. So I'm probably going overboard with the fluid dynamics of the transmission, but that's the way my mind thinks, and that's the way I was taught. I was taught by Penguin and Force America. So, and they are hydraulic people. They are the specialists. And if you look at their manifold, it's an ingenious work of art. I've been to training on both of those systems. Like I said, I'm probably going overboard on this. I have to call John Cope. I have to order my gas. That's what I have done to this transmission.